In this video, I want to talk about Eastern Hermann's diet. If you don't know what I'm talking about the tortoise. I'm not going to be talking about the Western, I'm going to be talking about the Eastern, mainly because I don't know if the Western and the Eastern have similar diets or differing ones. All I know is the Eastern, and here's what I feed my Eastern tortoise, and what you should be feeding yours. Now, there's baby tortoises, there's adult tortoises, there's youth, there's hatchling, younglings, seniors. What you're going to be feeding your Eastern Hermann's tortoise is generally the same throughout his whole life. You're going to want to feed him a staple diet of pellets. I am currently using the Missouri low starch pellets that you see on the screen right now. They're very good, and these happen to be very good for hatchlings. My little guy is a hatchling, and he needs this. He needs his pellets really small. Notice how they're very small. And what I do is actually soak them in a little separate water dish within his enclosure. And that way he can actually eat out of it, and he can eat the pellets not so difficultly. He can eat them quite easy because they're soaked, they're moistened, they're soft, and he's really easily gonna consume his tortoise pellets that way. There are other sizes though, and there's different brands. I tend to say that they're all pretty good. Just make sure they have a good list of nutrients. You know, if you're feeding them, you know, certain vegetables and leafy greens and flowers and weeds, make sure that you maybe have the ones that you are not feeding of those within the staple pellet diet. The next thing that to take into consideration is, other than your staple pellets, which should make up, I'd say, about 50% of the diet, is going to be, the other half is going to be mostly leafy greens and weeds and flowers, and a little bit of vegetables, and maybe once in a blue moon you can give them a little bit of fruit. So what kind of leafy greens? Well, you know, stuff like dandelion greens, mustard greens, bok choy, lettuce, and, you know, not all lettuce, but like red leaf lettuce. There is a lot, you know. There's some you have to avoid, some you have to, you know, look into it. I will put a list in the description below, by the way, for like a list of all these natural greens and veggies and stuff that you can be feeding them, but you can't. There are some stuff that you have to avoid. For example, you never give your tortoise chocolate, right? Cocoa, you never do that. Or coffee. That's probably not good for them. It is not good for them. I think I don't want to give them anything sugary, right? Now when it comes to weeds and flowers, there is some stuff you're going to want to feed your tortoise. A lot of weeds are good. I'll put a whole list in the description below. Flowers, for example, they love dandelion flowers. So when it comes to vegetables, there are some as well. Maybe a little bit of green bell pepper once in a while, or you know, just some broccoli here and there once in a while. But generally you're going to want to stay away from the high starch foods like potatoes. And when it comes to fruits, generally you don't really give them much at all of that. Maybe once every 2 months you give them some. Like, for example, a little bit of banana, but you're going to want to stay always away from citrusy foods. Foods that are high in citrus, it's not going to be good for them. They don't enjoy that, it's too intense. So nothing like a lemon and orange or a grapefruit. So that's the main diet. Obviously, you're always going to want to have a water dish in your tortoise's enclosure. That's like an always. So no exceptions to that rule. When they're babies, you're going to want a small amount, not a small amount, but a low height of water, so they don't flip over and drown in there. But when it it comes to supplements, what kind of supplements are we talking? When it comes to supplements, you're going to want to use two basic things, which is calcium, D3, and like a multivitamin. You can get these all obviously in powdered form, but you're going to want to, sprinkle some of the calcium D3 and some of the, I say the calcium D3 every meal or every other meal. Maybe 2 out of 3 meals you're going to want to drizzle. It depends how much you're putting. Obviously you don't want to put a whole lot, but then you want to put some on there. And then when it comes to the multivitamin, not necessarily every meal, maybe once every other meal or every 3 meals. You're going to want to drizzle just a bit over the veggies or the food that you're putting them out of the fresh foods. Always have water in your enclosure. They like that. And that's all. I mean, the supplements, the fresh stuff, the pellets. Obviously, you want to put the supplements on top of not on top of the pellets, on top of the weeds, the flowers, the vegetables, the greens, that kind of thing. But I think that actually sums it up for their diet. Have fun with it. Mix their diet up. Give them lots of stuff to try throughout their life. Tortoises live a long time, and it's kind of exciting, to give them, a lot like a nice meal every day. It's kind of like for you eat like enjoying a nice meal, so you go ahead and you give them a wide variety of foods to try. You don't have to give them all at once, but like throughout the time. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see much more tortoise content, click the subscribe button. See ya!